Hello everyone, this is Kweku, and I'm bringing you a Windows 10 app review. I haven't done one of these pretty much ever anymore since I stopped doing them, but I'm trying to bring them back. And today's app review is actually going to be Pandora. Way back when I first started doing this, couple like 2 years ago, they didn't have Pandora app. They didn't have a lot of mainstream applications. Now they have Facebook, they have Facebook Messenger, they have Pandora, they have Vine, they have Instagram on mobile for Windows Mobile 10 or Windows 10 Mobile, and they have a lot of other things. And this first series, we're gonna focus on Pandora. So right here, I have it up right here. So opening it up, you can see the opening interface right here. So this is my Pandora, my personal Pandora account. So I'm gonna run you through it just to see how it looks like and how music is. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to play music for more than like 10 seconds because YouTube and the copyright infringement stuff, and they don't like that. So I'll be able to click on the radio, which for these purposes, I'm going to just focus on this radio since I'm already listening to it. So this is how it's laid out. You can see all your stations and like that. And if you have a keyboard or something, some way of bringing your volume up and down, you can actually pause and play your music just by moving your volume rockers. So for instance, I have a keyboard. I have Logitech G610S, and it has a little scroll wheel on it for changing the volume. So if I want to bring up the volume, I can do that. And then you can see right here, I can pause and play music. So let me just show you real quick. So you can see that works pretty well. And if I click on this, it goes into the app. So when you click down here or anywhere down here, you can actually hit pause and play, or you can just open it up full. And you can see Echo Smith in the full glory that they are, and you can just view information about them. So if you hit this arrow, you can view that information that you have on mobile as well as on the desktop application I'm showing you now. So it's the same thing. It's just much more expanded since it's obviously on a bigger display. This right now I'm running it on my 29-inch display. Running instead of the 2560 by 1080, I'm running it on 1920 by 1080 so that the software can load it properly and the video shows it properly instead of stretched for you guys that don't have this kind of display. But you can see all the information. You can see the lyrics. You can go all the way down. You can see similar artists. So if you're interested in other artists that are like them, you can listen to them. And then you can go back, scroll all the way back up, and you get their music thing. So it's a nice transition. You can see as I scroll through, it's a nice transition. In fact, if I lock my scroll wheel, you can see it's the nice transition. So you can see, well, let me just show you real quick before I even move out of this. So you can see the version. You can see not the version, but the time skip, not time skip, whatever that's called. You can see it down there, and you can see pretty much how long the music is right there. You can pause, play, thumb it up, move forward. Obviously, as all Pandora people, if you've never used Pandora, I'll just explain that if you don't have Pandora 1, which is their premium service, you cannot skip endlessly, unlike if you have Pandora 1, where you can just keep skipping. You have like a limit, a daily limit, 24-hour limit of about, I think, 10 skips or so. So use them wisely. You can also just, adjust the volume, stuff like that. I don't really do that since I can just scroll down and do this. But the cool thing is, you see the volume up here. The volume up here is the general Windows volume. That doesn't affect, well, it does affect the overall volume of the operating system. But in the app alone, it has its own volume. So if you just want to have Windows volume to be at 100% or 88%, but you want the app's volume to be very low, you can do that instead of it all just changing everything at once. But I'm going to keep it back down quite a bit so it's not too loud. And then I'm going to bring this back up. So yeah, that's what you can do. And it's just really nice. Also, what you see in the background, this background image here, this background image can end up on your lock screen so that you can view what you're listening to on your lock screen. Obviously, I'm not going to show you that, otherwise the video will stop recording. So that's a cool feature that they have. You can also view it by recent. Basically, recent means these are the stations that you have listened to most recently. And then going down to stations that you haven't listened to most recently, being Stephen Marley for me. You can create a new station just by clicking that. You can browse over it. You can just browse the stations, so you can view all the stations that people have done. Blue stations, they have a ton of them, obviously, because it's Pandora. Or you can just create your own station. So if you want to create your own station, you like listening to, say, I don't know, 10 seconds, 10 seconds of summer, or of forever, of summer No, it didn't bring anything up. Let's see, what is it called? Maybe if you want to listen to Sabrina, she's one of those new people. Sabrina Carpenter, you can listen to her, and it pops it up just like that. Starts playing her music. So it's a cool thing. Starts playing her music, and then like always, you can go down and just view more and more. So it's a really nice seamless transition between what you're doing. So you can see that moves up to the top thing. If you want to delete playlists, all you have to do for mouse and keyboard at least is just right click, and then you can view pin to start. You can delete it, or you can just cancel. And I can cancel it. So for instance, I listen to Echo Smith, the radio, a lot. So if I want to pin it to start, I can do that. Not sure if this is going to pick up, but if it does, let's see. So you can see right here, Echo Smith got pin to start. So if I want to actually resize it, you can only make it medium. So that's unfortunate. I was hoping that they would make it, at least make a super large tile. That way you can see more information. But they haven't done super interactive tiles yet that they showed off at Build, where you can like pause and play on tiles yet. So hopefully that comes in for music apps, especially, so you can pause on your start screen. So let me go back. So it's just a really nice interface altogether. You have your settings. Settings allows you to view your sign-in stuff and your preferences. One cool thing I'm not going to show you because it does show my login information on there, my email address and stuff. But one thing that is really nice under the settings option is that they have an option to filter explicit content. So if you have a child or something and you want them to use your account, and they don't know, honestly, they don't know how to manage all the stuff, settings and stuff like that to view explicit content. You can just click the settings, view, click here, and then you go down and it says listen to explicit content, and you can uncheck that, and that's it. And then you won't be able to listen to explicit content, so you can give it to your child, and no matter what station they play, whether it's like say Rick Ross or 2000s hip hop radio or just anything in general that relates to explicit content, they won't be able to hear it because it won't play those music. So that's really nice. I don't know whether that just means if there's cursing in it, or is it what they talk about in the song. So obviously you got to talk to your child about that, but that's above me. But other than that, yeah, that's about it for Pandora. There's not much to it. It's pretty straightforward. You just kind of go into it, listen to what you want. You can exit away and listen to the next thing that you want. So yeah, this is Kweku, and have a nice day. Peace.